Hello and welcome to the Oklahoma Hiker YouTube channel. Today I'm in the slightly snowy Ozark Mountains, getting ready to do a little section of the Ozark Highlands Trail. This is a part of section 3 of the Ozark Highlands Trail. I'm starting at Cherry Bend and going to Hare Mountain. Now, if Hare Mountain sounds familiar, it's because I have gone there before, but I've gone from the other direction starting at Morgan Fields. This is going to make it about a 12-mile out and back hike from this direction, and I'm really excited because, of course, I've not done this before, and it's a little snowy. So let's see it together. Come along. Pretty. You know I love hiking in snow. I decided to take a look at the map and I'll show you. We started here at Cherry Bend and we are on Whiting Mountain right now. Going to kind of wind our way around the side of Fly Gap Mountain and finally up to Hare Mountain. Here is the contour of the whole thing, so you can see Hare Mountain over there. Definitely the high point. It is the high point of the whole, what is this, Ozark Highlands Trail. At about 2 miles, or a little before 2 miles, we are in an area here that was affected by a landslide a little while ago. It is taken care of now. The trail's nice and clear. Somebody's done a ton of work to make this happen, so thank you to them. We are definitely reaching a low point here on what I think is Whiting Mountain. We are about to wind our way up and around Fly Gap Mountain. Okay, so we just hit a landmark on the trail. For a while you are headed south on a shoulder of Fly Gap Mountain, but then there's a sudden turn to the north where you turn left. It's well marked, but you do have to keep your eyes open. Anyway, now I'm headed north on that same shoulder, and I'm gonna curve around and hit up Hare Mountain from here. Looks like we have an odd confluence of roads here back in the middle of nowhere. There's a road that goes down there, another one that goes down there. I see the trail though off in that direction. All right, we have gone about a mile since the road, have about a mile to go to get to Hare Mountain summit. And I believe that is the summit. We have reached the final ascent, which doesn't look like it's going to be terrible. Fairly short-lived. It is somewhat up, but you can kind of see it there. We go along the white of the snow, so it doesn't look awful. I can see the top. The views up here are just incredible. I am really close to that campsite. I do believe I hear someone up there today, but it's a huge campsite. I think today I'm just gonna stop by and see if I can show it to you. Well, I've passed the first campsite. Here is a second campsite. I passed the first one because there were some folks that were making camp, and I just didn't want to intrude that much, but beautiful little site. They told me that there is some sort of a well and a chimney back here, so we're going to check that out too. The chimney is coming into view. How neat. So that rock wall that we saw earlier, definitely some sort of a settlement up here. How cool. Here is the well. How cool. Let's see what's in this thing. Yep, that's water. Well, I'm glad I got to show you one of the two campsites up top there. The campsites were actually the turnaround point for this hike, so I am actually a little further down on the trail, like a few hundred feet, on one of my favorite little ridge lines. I'm going to have a snack up here, have a little water, and then head back. It looks like it's about 6.5 miles. Okay, so I'm so glad that I did this hike today at exactly the time that I did it. A little earlier would have been perhaps a little more ideal, but what I'm talking about is that snow. It was so pretty. And of course, we're back in the same area now and it's all melted. So it was lucky because we may or may not get any more of that. Nothing's guaranteed around here. So just great timing.
Come along for another great adventure just down the road with my hike of the Spy Rock Loop Trail.